Hello everybody and welcome to episode 65 of the Chesterfield of Dreams. I ask you one question. Are you ready for this massive occasion on New Year's Day between Chesterfield and Manchester City? Well, it's because we are still 4th place in the Premier League, courtesy of a few more unbeaten results, and unfortunately for us, the table toppers Man City are 10 points clear. But if we win or get a draw, we will go 7 or 9 points or whatever, 7 points behind or maintain the gap. But the likes of Newcastle and Liverpool are hot on our tails. But I'm absolutely thrilled at the team, despite some disappointments over the Christmas period, but it was to be expected. And here's a look at the fixture results. Middlesbrough were the first game since our dramatic win over Huddersfield, and unfortunately we didn't get the late winner as I would have expected. Middlesbrough got an equaliser in the second half after a rather unfortunate Socrates Papadopoulos scored an own goal where the goalkeeper kicked it straight back against them from an unfortunately tight angle. Scoreless draw against Watford. I was disappointed with this, the first scoreless draw since Leicester way back when. We were not really on our A game this occasion, even though Yanga Mbiwa and Yarmesa were injured. They're both okay, I think, but it was a difficult game and neither team really looked like they wanted to win it. And then probably the most disappointing results of the season was against bottom club Southampton. We were expected to win, and despite a highly dominant affair, we had the lead and we gave it away through Donovan Daniels. He was rather unlucky straight away. Bear in mind it was a rather well taken cross. Injury for Rasmus Stephenson takes him out for a few weeks. Let's take a look at that now. Yeah, 6 weeks and 2 months. That's really badly timed, as he was getting back on form. He's only made 8 appearances due to an injury from the start of the season. And then at the very end of the game, Anthony Syra couldn't keep his composure and he got himself a second bookable offence. So he's banned for today's game against Man City. But in fairness, I wasn't going to play him anyway due to fatigue. 2 things you want to notice from Manchester City is that they played 2 days ago as well. They won 2-0, but they've lost some of their great players like Carlos. He's actually injured for a few weeks. Memphis Depay, he is so badly tired, I doubt he'll be able to play, but he is on the way to recovery. And then I'd say their captain John Stones is jaded as well, so there is genuine hope that we can get the a result out of Man City despite us never getting a point out of a Manchester club. But of course Fulham, the team that we last lost to, have also beaten Man City, so we have to use that to our advantage. But we'll see what kind of lineup Manchester City possess at the match screen. And then in my inbox, here is look at my unbeaten stretch. It's now 11 games with the majority of them being wins, which is excellent. But those 3 draws in the last 3 games cost us Manager of the Month and has made us look a little bit over our shoulder. We've conceded yet more points at home, like we've drawn home there, drawn home, just as we're starting to get our way again. So the Proax Stadium will no doubt be sold out for this drizzly afternoon. We have to win this game or get a point. I won't accept defeat. It'll be very difficult to, achieve, but we will do our best. Newcastle certainly will capitalise on us. We could have had like, I don't know, 37 points if we had have won all those games, but you can't really dwell on that too much. However, it's almost time to get to kick off, and this is the team I'm going to play. It's a 4-3-1-2 narrow formation, and basically it's a rotated side. Linus Muller in goal, Brian Lenihan, Fry, Trentafiopoulos, Bemboletta in defence, Sam Zand, Callum Cook, Brian Boring in midfield with Wagstaff and attacking midfield, and then we've got Henning and Mesa up top. So injuries are still keeping us back a little bit, but Kenji Gore, Tom Bertram, Marcel Phillips are the ones who've been long-term injured, and hopefully they'll be back soon. But yeah, we'll just have to get on to the match screen. It doesn't get any bigger than this against the league leaders at home. So let's see how we get on. Hello and welcome back everyone. The fixtures list is on your top right of the screen there. Huddersfield entertain Newcastle. Will be looking for a little bit of a favour there. Manchester United should get a win against Southampton. Middlesbrough against a improving Arsenal. Sunderland, Norwich. Swansea against Chelsea. West Brom versus Liverpool. Tottenham, Watford, and Fulham in a London derby against Queen's Park Rangers. So this is Manchester City's lineup. They've gone 4-4-1-1. Patrick Roberts is probably their most healthy player, as he came off the bench, I think, in their last game. Up top is Matai Sejlakek. He's a regen. He looks very, very good, and he's healthy, ready to play. Florenzi on the right. He's a little tired, but I think he'll be okay. And then a Cypriot actually here, Georgios Nicolaou. That's a very fine-looking player. They've got like Sandro and John Stones on the wing-back positions. John Stones needs a rest, so that could be something to exploit. But we have to go for the middle more often than not. And here's a Georgian centre-back, only 24. He's played very well, but he's tired as well. So I think there is something on the line for us here today. Like, unlike Man United, I got that totally wrong. They were 2 weeks out of fitness rather than having 2 days rest, which is exceptionally difficult to overcome. But we're going to make those adjustments to our instructions and get straight into kick-off. I believe we have a chance. If we let the fans in for a treat, we can genuinely get a result. But we have to get them behind us. They need every ounce of their passion if we're going to believe in ourselves. And this is it. It's kick-off time. It's dark blue versus sky blue. Wagstaff already going for an attack. Here's Boring, and Wagstaff just couldn't get Henning into play there. Hard look, and it's a bouncing crowd already. That's great to hear. Manchester United ahead, courtesy of Luke Shaw, and he will have mixed feelings about that. But if Southampton are relegated, I'm sure he won't mind too much. And that's Linus Muller getting his palms to the ball to make a save. And Trantafilopoulos is cleared for Yaramesa to collect. Switching the play didn't work out for the Spaniard, and we end the highlight there. No chances on the board yet, but we are getting something going here, courtesy of Brian Lenihan. Back to Bemboletta. Callum Cook. Oh, it's Boring, and Mesa just wide of the post. Hard luck. That is a trademark position for Mesa, and it just didn't work out from this time. Here's Nicolaou to Patrick Roberts. That's a fabulous shot from the wonder kid who's now a grown up, and that's cleared by it might have been Dial Fry, I didn't see, but now Man City come at us again. Possession is excellent, I must say. Chesterfield having 60% of the ball. Here's Yaramesa. He's trying his best, but Murillo takes him down fairly and squarely, but he's made a huge error, and off the post and wide. Oh, we should have taken the lead there, I've no doubt about it. What a chance, missed, and wide for Sejlak. He should have done better himself, but I am furious about Mesa missing there. I think he should have buried it, but he hit the post, tried his best. But I hope we don't rue that one. I think we can show some passion. Oh, over the bar. It's an even game. We're losing possession dominance now. Huddersfield 0, Newcastle 1. We're down to 5th place, and that's a bad throw in, but Bemboletta can have a gentle stroll. Beats his defender to Ben Wagstaff. Oh, dancing and turning, just couldn't get a shot away. And look at Chesterfield go again. Henning to Wagstaff. That's a sensational ball. Mistakes are only made once every game, and Yaramesa overcomes his adversity for 1-0. Brilliant. He did so much better this time. Mistakes are made, but when you're a quality player, you will overcome them. That's what I wanted to say. And now here he is again. Boring. Wagstaff. Oh no! Off the woodwork for the second time. He was onside. But Chesterfield are doing everything in their power to make this a big result. The league leaders will be dethroned by their great rivals if they cannot get a win here today. That was brilliant. And let's say there's room for improvement. I've no doubt about that. You can see a few players are actually down on rating, but we'll forgive them as long as they improve this half. But that's exactly what I wanted to see, everybody. A first half goal. You can never discount them, but we have to play up in the second half like we so often do. But there's a look at the league table. Manchester United top of the league, Manchester City second, and Chesterfield in a majestic fourth as we've crossed the halfway point in the season. But will Manchester United have something to say about our unbeaten record? But of course we have to make it past this home challenge as well. Sam Zand returns the ball to Fry, and now it's Linus Muller. Long ball, not quite what I wanted to see. But here's Yair Messa against John Stones, and the captain couldn't take the ball away. Boring. Throw in. Good block. Well done, Chesterfield. Absolutely glorious. Like, we have to check the fatigue for these guys as Trantafilopoulos puts it wide. Yeah, they're already knackered, and it's the start of the second half. That does say a lot, but I won't change too much. Callum Chambers on. I have to see who that was for, and we'll mark him up. Where is he? Oh, he's a DM, so we'll close him down. But nothing too serious. I have to change midfield. Player, they're getting tired. But it would be great if Navas could make a mistake here. But he's actually found his player. However, Chesterfield defend resolutely. Back to Manchester City. And Trantafilopoulos couldn't stop Fierro from getting a shot. But Muller is determined to keep a clean sheet. Now it's time for some substitutes. I think Ronnie Pinho deserves a chance for Callum Cook, and Ahmed can play for Michael Henning. Henning is struggling again, but he had some great contributions for the team in the last month, so I can't slaughter him for too much. There we go, 2 changes made, and Chesterfield are doing really, really well. We're going to change up our crossing as Manchester United go 5-0 up. That is outrageous, but that's what you expect with the champions. That's a corner kick. Fierro is on. I didn't notice that officially, but Pinho has given him something to think about. How about this? Brian Boring is forward. Good tackle by the Georgian. The highlight ends. So last substitute incoming. We're going to target Fierro now. I really have a past with him. I've never had him in a club, but I've had him against me, and he is lethal. Final change. I think Trantafilopoulos can come off for Grauschhoff. We need to keep our defence strong, and we can get the win here. I sense it. We have to concentrate. Structure required now. Retain the ball. Don't like that. Here's Wagstaff. On he goes on a mazy run. Ahmed though nowhere near the target, and Chelsea have gotten this a goal against Swansea, so that'll keep them happy. That's a careless clearance, but as long as Muller can avoid that, we're in the money. Unfortunately, Fry's out of position, and that's a long ball for Carlos Fierro, and Sedgwick has missed from an offside position. Here's Wagstaff collecting the ball. Messa's charged down. Ahmed turns it around for Lenihan. Ronnie Pinho. Ahmed. Good tackle. Wagstaff has done very well there to give away a free kick before City could break. And defence now needed as Romelu Lukaku scored. 3-minute stoppage time. Are we going to beat a Manchester club before we have to play against the red side of Manchester? That will be a huge boost to this already confident team. Mesa was clean through, but his touch was handy for the defender. It's Wagstaff to take. He will have his time to breathe. That's great. We've got 4 players who are going to charge in. Oh, so close for Grauschhoff. Mesa tackled. Wagstaff back to him. Oh, he could have finished. Wagstaff saved. And Bembo Leita collects. We're only 40 seconds away from a win. Fierro to Stones. Great header. Ahmed doesn't want to pass. That's fair enough as far as I can tell. Return to Boring and cleared by Manchester City. It's not going to be their day, is it? Ahmed fouled, and this is going to be the final moment. Will Bembo Leita deliver? He's hit it over the bar, but Chesterfield win again. Oh, goodness me. We cannot be stopped. My words are lost in this occasion. We have beaten a huge club in Manchester City, and the defence owes a massive debt for that. They are really, really on their game, and no player has let me down in these last 3 months of success. Everyone has contributed, and I am so delighted. Well done, Chesterfield. We have taken down the citizens, and that allows Manchester United and Chelsea to go by. But Newcastle, despite thrashing Huddersfield, could not overtake us on goal difference. However, it was a big, big goal for Yairo Mensah on the 40th minute that made the difference. And now Chesterfield will have an FA Cup game to look forward to against a team that arguably lost a winnable situation. And then Manchester United at home. That is absolutely massive. And then we've got Arsenal and Spurs as well. But to take a 1-0 victory out of Manchester City at any time, even when they're at their weakest, is fantastic. And you look at the stats, you cannot argue. We did poorly with our shots on target, but we did get the important goal and kept a clean sheet. That's all that matters to me. And we've got a huge schedule of games. Our unbeaten record is certainly going to be well defended against the likes of Newcastle and Manchester United. But if we can hold on against United in front of the TV cameras, I'll live com against Newcastle. A battle for 4th place will be on the horizon there. But that's all for you for today, guys. I won't be around this weekend. However, I really hope you can enjoy this episode Friday, Saturday and Sunday for something to look forward to, I'm sure. But if you enjoy it this weekend, that'll be really appreciated. But until next time, I'll see you again soon. Bye now.